Alright, this is a response to Virussduderule666, and I'm just going to show you my turtle collection. Pretty much what I have. I'll show you the figures, then I'll show you the whole section I did for them. But yeah, this is pretty much for you, dude. Alright. But yeah, these are the 3 Leonardos I have from each figure set. I mean, I know the originals, like the originals from the 80s were really good, and I had them when I was a kid growing up. But I don't know, man. I feel like they're really small, and like, I don't know, I've outgrown them. I mean, yeah, this one's pretty small too, but like they're each smaller than this one. And I feel like those didn't even look like the cartoon. I mean, they kind of did, but then they kind of didn't either. So I ended up getting this Leonardo, the wacky action one, because I feel like he represents the cartoon a hell of a lot more than the other one. I guess, you know what it is? I guess it's the eyes, because they actually gave him eyes painted on some eyeballs. So that's really cool. And he's got the expression on his face. Instead of pissed off, he's more like, ugh. Oh. But he's awesome. And he has that wacky wind-up part right here. But yeah, so for the originals, I feel like this one's more like the Leo. Plus I had this one when I was a kid too. I didn't have the other wacky wind-ups when I was younger, but my cousins had them all. But I had this Leonardo. But now I have all the wacky ones, so I'm happy about that. And then there's the movie figures. Leonardo from the movies. They're really cool. These figures are awesome. Plus they're pretty detailed for Playmates. They look like the movie a lot. They're a little less articulated though. Plus they're pretty rubbery, which is really weird. But it kind of fits because the costumes from the movie look kind of rubbery. So why not? It's pretty cool. And then there's the there's this one, the 2000 cartoon. I mean, I watched the first season of it, and I thought it was pretty cool, but a little too different for me. I mean, yeah, I heard that they're kind of based on the comics too, but I don't know, man. I guess I was just so used to the old cartoon that I was just like, what the hell's going on here when I see this cartoon? So I stopped watching after a while. But some of the things I heard, like that would happen, I'm like, what? No way. So I ended up, watching the episode on YouTube or something to check it out. And I saw the Turtles Forever animated movie, which was really awesome. But yeah, you were right, man. They exaggerated the turtles, the old school ones, a little too much than what they actually were. I mean, yeah, they were cheesy and all that stuff, but they made them to like ridiculous. And then the cowards at the end. So that kind of annoyed me. But it's still funny. But yeah, this Leonardo, he looks like the new cartoon, but then he kind of doesn't. To me, he looks like a mixture, like he's a cross between the original and the new one, the new cartoon put together, and this is what you get. But yeah, he's awesome. I really like this figure a lot. I feel like he's still this Leonardo with the brown, wristbands and elbow pads, like as if he's from the movie. If anything, the movie didn't have all the colors all over their wristbands and all that stuff. Only had the headbands. They were supposed to be like this. But whatever, that's how they did it. I feel like he's somewhere in between. He's not quite like the actual 2000 cartoon, but just about too. Like this side of his face reminds me of the new cartoon, 2000. But then this side reminds me of like the 80s and 90s cartoon. So he's awesome. And I like the way they sculpted his belt and the way they actually painted the weapons. It's awesome. Plus, this was the first Ninja Turtle figure I bought when I started collecting again. Like some 7 or 8 years ago, I think. Maybe. Yeah. He's awesome. So I've had him for a long time. I like him. I would say I like this Leonardo over all three of them. It's my favorite Leonardo figure. It's great. And then there's the Shredder. The Shredder, I think, is a badass. And the figure's really cool, but these are the only two Shredder figures I have. The 80s original, and this one is not from the 2000 cartoon. This one is from the TMNT movie, animated 3D one, which I guess you can count as part 4 if you pay attention to the shrine Splinter has at the end. It has a connection to all the movies in the past that were live action. But yeah, this is the Shredder figure that came with that line. Even though Shredder wasn't in that movie, this is the figure that came out for that figure line for the movies. And I thought he was really cool because he's really tall. You know, he's awesome. Like, I love this Shredder. That's why I have him. And then I seen the Toon Shredder, which is the same exact figure, only I painted different, more like the cartoon. But he's too expensive, you know. That's a real challenge to get. And then the 2000 cartoon Shredder, he looks really cool, but I feel like he's too short. Like, I've seen Devil's Toys UK. I saw his review, which is pretty good, but I still feel like he's too small. And I never had him ever, like in the past, so that's why I don't really care about him that much. And when I saw this Shredder, I was just like, wow, this Shredder's awesome. You know, he's tall, looks really good. Let me grab him. I think he's awesome. Look at that. I mean, the colors are kind of weird, but that's not too bad. Plus, his helmet comes off. That's awesome. Urokusaki. Look at that helmet. That's awesome. But yeah, to give you an idea of the size, I'll bring in a turtle figure. Look at that. That's Shredder if I ever saw him. Because you know the turtles are supposed to be a little bit shorter than humans. And Shredder is somewhat tall. Look at that. That's perfect for me. I've had the Shredder for a while too, so you know that's why I like him a lot. But yeah, I would have to say, out of all the Shredder figures that have ever come out, this one's my favorite.